I'm in the bathroom. It's a late Saturday afternoon in 2014. Everything's quiet, everything's peaceful. But then, I hear something that piques my interest. The theme song for Sophia the First. I rush out as soon as I can because I know I'm about to miss something important. Not just the theme song for a kids' show, but a world, a lesson, and a feeling. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samia Shahid, and I'm going to be telling you guys about something that just means so much to me. Watching shows, watching movies, and playing video games. People often dismiss these things, say that it's a waste of time, but I feel like it's so much more than that. And today I'm about to tell you why and my journey. And I'm sure you'll be surprised to know that a lot of my identity and my character development has come from a princess, a panda, and a talking blue hedgehog. So without further ado, let's get started. Stories shape the brain. A neuroscientist found that when people watch stories, their brain actively mirrors the real life experience. So stories aren't just shaping you, they're preparing you. Stories also taught me values such as empathy, resilience, and perseverance. Let's start with talking about empathy. Psychologists found that stories help develop empathy and emotional understanding, but I think it's so much more than that. Stories taught me the importance of being humble, learning from your mistakes, and being a good person over perfection and arrogance. Let's talk about the first episode of Sophia the First. In the first episode, Sophia is really unsure about what to do. She's new to being a princess, she's making all kinds of mistakes, and she's really just very tense and scared. Her stepsister Amber isn't much of a help either. She was being really mean to her, showing a lot of mean-spirited pranks. That's not right. But Sophia didn't choose to hate on Amber. She chose to understand her. And through that understanding, a sisterly bond was formed. And she understood something very important. Sometimes the people that hurt us are also being hurt in their own way. Additionally, I'd like to look at this through a different lens, through Amber's lens, because I was Amber. Amber felt jealous of Sophia. She felt like her role in the family was being threatened. And it was through that I realized my own problems in real life, with jealousy, with feeling replaced, and I started to understand myself a lot better. Instead of shunning those thoughts and feelings away, I learned to understand them and deal with them for what they really are. So stories helped me not just to understand myself, but to understand the people around me, why they do certain things, and how I can deal with that. Next, stories taught me that your difference is your power. I want to talk about one of my most beloved animated movies of all time, Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda starts off with our beloved Po, who is randomly decided to be the next dragon warrior. People are a little bit confused, very confused, at this prophecy. They say that he's just a big fat panda, he's never gonna make it, and he's not worthy of this very important position. But despite all of this backlash and all of this discouragement, Po keeps on trying anyway, and he ends up actually defeating the villain. But he doesn't do this through changing who he is at his core. He does this through understanding his inner strength and his inner power. Additionally, this also teaches us the importance of understanding your own insecurities and embracing what makes you special instead of hiding it away. In the film, The Furious Five, the greatest kung fu warriors of all people in China, were a group of vastly different animals. I mean, you have a viper, a monkey, a crane, a mantis, they're all very different. But one thing that they have in common is that they all are very strong fighters, very capable and very reputable because they use their differences in their physicality to their own advantage in their fighting style. Thirdly, stories help me shape connection. During COVID, it was a very dark time for all of us, and we were all prisoners in our own homes. But it was during this time that I started to form a bond between my brother Rashid. He and I would watch shows late into the night without my mom knowing, of course, and it was incredible. We were very different people. He was very extroverted and athletic. Well, I'm the complete opposite of that. But it was during this time when we were in front of the TV, we were like a unit. It was like a bridge between two vastly different worlds. We connected through making up our own theories, our own discussions, and our own little inside jokes. And so this is when I realized that I didn't just cherish those stories from the past because of their content, although their content was amazing. I cherished them because of the companionship and the connection that I had shared it with. Now, stories inspire action. I want to talk about one of my current and most favorite characters of all time, Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, Sonic has video games, movies. The fourth movie is coming out, which I'm really excited about. And he also has a lot of shows. But most importantly, Sonic has freedom, and Sonic is the embodiment of it. Sonic says something really cool. Nothing starts until you take action. If you have time to worry, then run. This sounds really simple, but I interpreted it in two main ways. Number one, I realized the prison of my own mind. I understood that sometimes I worry more about outcomes rather than taking action towards the goal. It's like worrying about the finish line before you even started the race. I mean, that's just nonsensical. This is where I realized that instead of worrying, I should be doing things. I also realized that I needed to take more action in my life. That's when I started doing running and horse riding regularly. When I was running, I felt free, I felt calm, and most importantly, I felt so much better after each session. And it was the same for horse riding. When I first started horse riding, I was really scared. I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was going to fall off the whole time. I needed a lot of support, especially as you can see in the first image. The second one, I needed a little bit less support, but I was still very tense, as you can see. I was scared. And the third one, even though I had fallen down like twice, I still got back up. I still kept on trying. And that's when I understood that through pushing through, I can achieve my goals. Stories shape us. Research shows that stories help shape how we think, feel, and understand ourselves. But I want to take this a step further. I want to say this is how we understand others. This is how we understand the world. Through stories, I can understand certain analogies of how the world works. If I see a dystopian world, I can further relate it to our world and see this is the problems that we're facing. And I've never thought of this before until I watched the movie or the series. Additionally, when I look at certain characters in media, I can understand, why do I like this character? Why do I not like this character? I like this character because this character represents the person that I want to be. So I can take that into account into my own life, and I can apply the certain values or characteristics that I like. Vice versa can also be applied. If I don't like a character, I can understand why. I can introspect. Does this character have values that I don't agree with? That's why I don't like them? That's fine. I know for the future. Or does this character have certain traits or qualities that I don't like in myself? Now this helps me realize that I can take care of this problem. I can fix these things in myself. So I'm not just shaping my personality traits, I'm actively trying to cut out the things that I don't like and trying to improve through stories. Now, next time you see someone watching a show, watching a movie, or playing a video game, don't just automatically assume that they're wasting time. They could be learning, healing, and growing. Now, I want to end with a quote from Sonic the Hedgehog. Every world has its end, and I know it's kind of sad, but that's why we gotta live life to the fullest. So, with that said, I encourage you, watch that show, watch that movie, play that video game. You never know what type of wisdom might just find you and even change your life. Thank you.